podcast hosted by me and my brothers Bill and Dean. Tonight, we get into what we did and saw over the weekend. Is that a desert animal in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? Then, of course, we get into Dean's conspiracy theory of the week and a game yet to be named from Bill. Speaking of Bill, you got some news on the podcast, and also tell us how your weekend was.
I do. Welcome, everybody. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. We appreciate everyone sharing the episode. That's been great. The podcast, I should say, not the episode, but that's been awesome. I gotten a lot of good feedback on this. Appreciate that. Glad you guys like it. Hopefully, we can keep moving and grooving. And if you got stuff you want us to talk about, let us know. Comment on it. Do it on Facebook. Find us wherever. I don't care where it comes from. We'll respond. Eddie will respond. Dean might respond. I will respond. Dean is not responding. So speaking of the channel, we're going to be making some changes. Brought this up in the BD Sports Talk podcast, but also to the crowd here. Since we launched Wake Up, this one on the BDE channel, we thought about creating a new channel specifically for this podcast, but we're already 4 or 5 episodes in now. So instead of moving everything over, deleting everything, we decided to start next week. The YouTube channel will be called BDE Podcasts and Media. So the channel will not be BDE Sports Talk Podcast, but you'll still have the podcast on here. We're just going to split it into 2 podcasts and playlists on YouTube. Nothing really changes on Spotify anyway. And we'll talk about the Facebook page going forward. But good things happening. Trying to grow the channel with the new name. Maybe we'll have a couple different other podcasts if someone's interested in doing that. If you're good at it, like us. Well, I'm just kidding. I'm not that good.
They know.
Yeah, I know. They know. And doing other things. We'll see about, I don't know, live streaming, or we'll do food taste. Who knows? Sky's the limit. Different content. I know what you people are thinking. And that's going to be on Dean's OnlyFans, huh?
Does this go on Rice? Find out there.
You're going to have to pay for that.
Yeah.
On the sports podcast, I asked Dean to give the ladies a preview of what they can expect. You want to?
No.
Should I put a blur in front of that?
No, it wouldn't be like that. Wouldn't be anywhere close to that.
So yeah, good things happening. If we're gonna do it, might as well do it early. So let's do it, right? So just wanted to give people a heads up on that. My weekend was good. I went down to Battle Creek, saw the Padre, did some light traveling for furniture, hung out, nothing too big. But you know who had a big week? Were some students at Deer Creek High School in Oklahoma who were filmed licking peanut butter off of people's toes as part of a fundraising event at school.
Where was this?
In the gymnasium.
What state? Tell me what state.
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
So students between 9th and 12th grade at Deer Creek High School volunteered on Thursday to participate in the unhygienic stunt. A video was obtained by Fox 25 in Oklahoma. As you would think, parents weren't very happy.
Was this all kids sucking each other's toes?
This was kids licking toes, peanut butter off the toes, and you couldn't see the people they were licking. I don't know if they were teachers. It might have been other kids. It doesn't say in the article. But
Might have been a guy from Michigan.
Abnormally hairy toes.
Normally hairy toes. Things that were said. One unnamed parent was quoted telling the news Fox 25 about their surprise at learning about the event from their child. Whenever her child told them yesterday that was happening, I had to ask her, "Wait, what? They're licking peanut butter off of toes?
Where's the jelly?"
Where's the jelly? Some students were like, "We didn't realize they were going to be doing all this, even though it was a volunteer thing." In the video, you could hear one of the kids going, "Oh man, he's really licking that off the foot." It was disgusting. Like, there's a video they blurred it out because they called it graphic content.
Sure.
So the school released a
A
statement.
lot of
saying,
freaks out there, man.
A lot of people into it, yeah.
The school released a statement. They had a lengthy statement, but essentially they said they had raised $152,830
For more peanut butter.
Jiffy.
We're doing
The peanut butter
next
fund
week.
has quadrupled since the release of the video.
It was for Not Your Average Joe Coffee, a restaurant chain that works with students and adults with intellectual, developmental, and physical abilities. The school district also said the students involved had volunteered for the activities. So, got some real freaks at Deer Creek High School.
Who put together the activities? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like if the teacher's like, "Hey, I think this would be a really cool event." like I think you're right, Jim. He's like, "Yeah, let's get some peanut butter."
Yeah, just a weird story. So, Dean, if you ever have kids, or Eddie, if you ever join a PTO, make sure you leave out peanut butter toast sucking out of your fundraiser ideas.
That's no problem.
That's first on my list. I got to cross that out now.
I hate feet in
Guess we're
general.
going with jelly licking on my next one.
Well,
I guess we'll move on to
Dean. What about you?
I had a pretty good weekend.
You had a Nutella situation?
Yes.
I had a dog for 3 days.
How'd you know?
I was
Trying to keep that
dog
secret.
watching.
Don't tell him. Don't tell nobody. No, but I had a pretty good weekend. Filled with animals and peanut butter. No, didn't really do a whole lot. From what I can remember. But on Sunday, I did go golfing for the first time this year. It was the first day it was open. I know Bill went somewhere. You went to a different course, but a nicer course than I went to for cheaper too, right?
Yeah.
Nice. But yeah, played pretty well for my first round. Shot an even 100. And I know that doesn't sound great on paper to the unheard golfing eye or whatever, but for me,
unheard golfing eye.
But for
the
me,
whispering eye.
Some say the brown star. But so I was pretty stoked about that. I mean, first round of the year, played really well in the back nine, especially. But other than that, I didn't really do anything else. But I did see this story of this guy tried to steal a taxi in LA from this company called Waymo, which is, I guess they specialize in having self-driving taxis. So like he called it's in LA. He called the taxi himself, knowing that it was a self-driving vehicle, right? And he gets in with the idea, he goes into it thinking that he's going to steal the car. So he gets in, he hops into the driver's seat instead of the back seat. And of course, the company thought about like, hey, if we have self-driving car, people are probably going to try to steal the car. So you can't do that in these cars. He tried to get in and just pop it in drive and just go. And it didn't work. So he's in the car and the service rep gets a hold of him. He's like, hey, sir, you can't steal the car. Can you just please just leave? Like offering him to just, hey man, just get out. It's over. He refused to get out of the car. And he kept trying to steal it. So when the cops showed up, he was still in the car, and they arrested him for trying to steal it. Given they don't know, nobody knows if other than the cops, but if he was like locked in there, or if he was just really trying to steal this self-driving car or not.
I heard that he was locked in.
Was he locked in?
Like the car locked him in.
It makes sense, right? I mean, if the service, it's all self-controlled, but like that's hilarious though. Like, could you imagine like going and like trying to steal something? Like, you really thought they were like, oh, people are pretty honest. We'll just leave the keys in there and turn off the self-driving.
And what are you gonna do when you steal it? That's the thing. It has it has a GPS on it.
For sure. No question. So I guess would you ride in a self-driving taxi? Would you like just hop in the back and just let it take you to your destination?
Yeah.
Like, what if it was like, let's say you're in Marshall and then you need to go to Grand Rapids? Let it take you on the highway and do all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's essentially what a Tesla does.
It's fair. But you're not you're just sitting in the back. Nobody's in the front. You just, I don't know. I find that, I don't know. I would do it like in town. I don't think I would let it drive me on the highway though.
Take me cross country.
Yeah, dude, I let it take me wherever.
Yeah. So that was my weekend.
I trust that car more than I trust other drivers.
That's fair. That's fair.
Depends. Well, nice, man. That's almost interesting. So this weekend, Sunday, Sunday I had a kid's soccer game. Spent a lot of time outside. It was so nice. And but Saturday I went to the high school state championships at Ford Field with my oldest, Aiden, my friend, wrestling coach Ben, his son Dane, and Teddy's grandson Grayson. And so we had a good time, man. I would say it's not as good. I don't know if you've been. I can't imagine you've been since they moved it to Ford Field. Mm-hmm. Either one of you guys. But it's way better at the Palace.
Right.
As far as viewing goes, as far as like being able viewing goes, the Palace is way better. I don't remember what they did for food and stuff at the Palace, but they definitely don't let teams bring in food and stuff to Ford Field. And so you're stuck having to buy concession stuff, and which as somebody who was going to it, I didn't expect to steal food off of the kids' tables. Right. But, so like my Dasani alone was $6. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
and you had to get Dasani.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Yeah, on top of that.
And then, you have to buy separate tickets for each session. And so we went to both sessions on Saturday, and that alone cost me $80 just for Aiden and I to go to both sessions on Saturday.
$20 a session?
Yeah. Well, 18. So it was less than 80.
Right. Still though.
It was close enough.
72, I guess. But it felt like 80. Just for us to get in, not to mention, you got a hot dog and a pop and whatever. So it was just kind of crazy, man. And so between the two sessions, you have 2 hours because they make sure to clear out Ford Field. So you have to buy the tickets to get back in. We had a little time to kill. And so we went and had some lunch down at like the Hockey Town bar or whatever. Which that was cool. But I wanted to ask you guys because a question came up from Ben's son Dane, and Ben told me I should bring this up. And so it's a sports question. But it's not really a question, but it was his thought.
White tights in?
Yeah, he's a white tights guy.
Yeah, he is. It's different. I don't think I've ever seen white tights, by the way. I don't really remember.
I think I have, but on a team that had like white as part of their singlet or their skin colors.
Okay. I said, well, it was just because his singlet's red and black. It's just a
Yeah.
big contrast. Not saying it doesn't look good. I'm just,
Yeah.
it threw me off.
No, for sure.
I loved his singlet, by the way.
Yeah.
That thing was sick.
I think that's one of his
Dean-
My Way.
Yeah, Dean. It
singlets,
has like it was a red and black singlet, and on the back was like a silhouette of the fountain.
Oh,
And it
nice.
had Marshall on. Yeah, dude, it was awesome. Shout out Dane.
Yeah. Shout out Dane. Well, this is his thought. And I said this was going to be easy for us to discuss. And it wouldn't take very long. So Dane thinks that this is a classic question, that the best college team could beat the worst NFL team. And just wanted to know, I gave him my answer pretty fast on what I thought.
Sport?
Huh?
In any sport?
Like
Or just
football.
like football specifically?
He's talking about football.
Okay.
What do you think?
You want to go first? Or you want me to?
Go ahead.
Could this year's Michigan team beat the 0-16 Lions team?
Present day, no. I think in the future it's possible because more kids are going to stay because they get money for NIL. So if you got a group of seniors who are essentially NFL rookies,
right?
It's almost the same build. It'd still be tough, dude.
Because not every player on the college team is NFL caliber, whereas everybody on an NFL team.
Right.
Continue. Sorry.
No, and that's exactly what I was going to say. The gap between the two present day is too wide. I mean, these dudes are training with some of the best training staffs in the world in the NFL. Not to say that Michigan doesn't, Michigan State doesn't, but I mean, or Alabama, those types. But man, it's a whole different animal. I mean, look at the transformation of dudes when they get into the NFL to now. You know what I mean? They just start bulking up.
Yeah. No.
So my answer present day, no. Could it happen in the future? Possibly. And that's because I like Dane. I figured I know what Dane's answer is.
Yeah, I agree with Bill. I think that just the caliber of talent in the NFL, even the worst guys on an NFL team, don't get me wrong, like there's obviously college kids that are, especially in football, like if you were talking like basketball, I could see like a really good college basketball team, like national championship, maybe like Duke back in its heyday versus, like the Pistons now. They'd have a legit shot, I think, because you become better at basketball quicker. I feel you get accustomed to the game faster as a younger player because you see guys coming in 19, 20 years old and they make an impact right away. Whereas in football, you can't even get into the draft until you're 21 or 22 or whatever it is. I think it's 21 or no, Maurice Claret, that was 20. It's 20 now. But yeah, I don't think, maybe like Bill said, maybe someday because kids are going to stay because essentially a rookie contract in the NFL is less than what they'd be making in college. So like you said,
especially if you're like a really good senior.
Yeah, if you have a senior heavy team that are essentially basically, rookies in the NFL, like you said.
Like Hendon Hooker. These dudes staying 8-9 years.
He got a 25-year-old quarterback.
He was lighting it up. He might never take a professional snap.
Right. Exactly. True. So yeah, I would say no in the NFL specifically for sure.
Well, yeah, I mean that's what I said. I said there's no shot. I don't even think it'd be close, and I don't even think it'll be close in the future, unless you can get all the best guys onto one team as seniors because of NIL money, which isn't going to happen. Like they'll be lucky that half of that team could potentially be backups in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
I mean, like, I don't know. Look at the Heisman guys. I mean, you think about like Michael Penix. he's probably not going to work out
Right.
in the NFL. And he was like a top 5 player in all of college football. You know, the only way I could see it happening is if you have an elite line, like very elite line,
Right.
and you get them to the NFL team to turn the ball over, and then you
Right.
protect the ball. I think that's as close as you can get. I just don't think it's there. I wouldn't. And maybe I'm just being stubborn about it. I don't see how it could happen in the future. I don't
think
see how
that's
it could
that
happen.
stubborn.
Huh?
I think
Yeah.
that's
I
that
mean, now if you
stubborn.
go back to like the 70s and play them against like, you know, the best Bama team that came through in the last 5 years, I think the Bama team would win.
Yeah.
You know,
I was gonna say that too. Yeah.
you know, but now present day, I just don't. I
These guys
just
are so
don't
fast.
see it, man. You know, he's like Dane's kind of like, well, you don't think Michigan could beat like Arizona? Or so I'm like, dude, no. There's no shot. There's no chance.
Huge
You have to-
gap.
You have to think of the talent pool too, where like in college it's spread out over just in D1, 119 teams or whatever it is now, and then in the NFL it's literally the best possible guys they can get on 32 teams, and then even the best guys sometimes aren't even on teams. You know what I mean? They just don't get found. So you have to think of that too, just talent pool wise. Like the NFL has got the pick of the litter. You know, college you have to fight for every recruit. Now you have to pay these guys too. I mean, it's just not possible to get the best guy at every single position in college. And even if you do, they're not NFL ready yet. You know what I mean? Not all of them anyway. You know, the speed is just, it'd be insane.
Yeah.
Now, I have a question that's not what do you call it? Non-controversial. Who do you think's going to win, Trump or Biden? I'm just kidding.
Lame.
I saw
Terrible
I saw an article. What's that?
Nah, never mind. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's all junk.
I should have asked that. I should have asked that before the conspiracy theory.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, who knows, man? I mean, who knows who will win that? Who will beat who? We do know, I think, that I don't see any college team that would beat an NFL team currently. I mean, that would have to be pretty rough. But I'll tell you what can't be beat. The experience and atmosphere over at Adobo Boy. Bill, give us a little something about that.
I mean, I could give you something about that, or I could give you all of it. And that, I'm giving you everything I got because I love Adobo Boy.
He's an Adobo man.
I'm Adobo man. Adobo Boy is the official sponsor of Wake Up with the Sleeper Boys podcast, along with the BD Sports Talk podcast. 2 shows, 1 sponsor, 1 great family, 1 great restaurant. 3 brothers, proud Filipinos. We love Filipino food. Adobo Boy delivers on that amazing Filipino food with the vibes that are unmatched in the food industry. They are amazing people. They always make you feel welcome, which is not something you see in a lot of places. I experienced it today. Just people that don't really care if you're there or not. They genuinely care that you're there, and they want you to have the best experience. And that is a welcoming feeling. Not only do they have delicious food, they always tinker with their menu to bring you an amazing variety of Filipino cuisine every week. Their menu rotates, so there's always a reason to come back, try more authentic Filipino cuisines. But we say it every week, that one dish, that one beautiful dish, Red's Pork Adobo Bowl. It's an iconic Filipino dish.
It's getting hot.
Dean's getting hot. Get heavy, Dean. Tell us about that bowl.
Oh man, I'm glad you asked. It's a braised tender pork and soy sauce and vinegar. Um, it's on a bed of rice with papaya salad or a Jackie's achara on a with some cucumber. Um, as Ace recommends, I like to eat it separately, but some might like to mix it. I'd say it's worth buying two. So you
Yeah.
guys should hop on down
Smart.
Yeah.
there. I
So
came up with that myself.
so if you're into trying new and different food, or would just like amazing adobo and vibes, stop into Adobo Boy, where owners Ace, Jackie, and Red are amazing people. Like I said, they genuinely care about your experience there. Eddie, if they stop into Adobo Boy, what do they got to do, and what do they get if they speak these words?
What do they got to do?
What do they got to do?
They got to drop the promo code BDE Sports Talk Podcast. Get you 5% off your total bill. You can't beat that, man. I mean, why not? You get 5% off anything, you take it. You get 5% off amazing food, you definitely take it. So
For
yeah,
saying 4 words?
oh my gosh. You drop BDE Sports Talk Podcast, 5% off. You get 5% off. You get an amazing time. You get amazing food. BD Sports Talk Podcast, 5% off. What are you waiting on?
What are you waiting on?
Mm.
Probably for it to open. If you're watching this in the morning or listening in the morning, Adobo Boy is open Tuesday to Friday, 11:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. for lunch, 5 to 7:30 for dinner, Saturday 11:30 to 2 for lunch, and 5 to 8:30 for dinner. Get there early. Adobo sells out quick because the people love it. We love it. You'll love it. Adobo Boy is located at 3740 28th Street Southeast, Kentwood, Michigan, and is inside the amazing Myanmar restaurant. So you have 2 places to try food, but get an adobo bowl for sure. Try the lumpia if they have it. Try whatever they got because it's going to be good.
It's worth it.
Adobo Boy. It's more fun at Adobo Boy.
Woo! Gotta love it, man. When visiting an amazing location like that, you can expect nothing but the best. But that doesn't always happen. And certainly not so much for this dude that I was reading a story about. You guys this just came out like a couple days ago. He was staying over at the Venetian in Las Vegas when he suddenly awoke because he had a feeling like he was being stabbed in the penis. He ran to the bathroom and saw a scorpion hanging off of his underwear.
I heard
Naturally, you saw this?
Yeah.
Naturally, the hotel asked him if he knew how the scorpion got in his room. Dude said he paid it $40 for the night, but turns out, no, he didn't say that.
Got too frisky.
Yeah. Went in Vegas, man. What happens in Vegas? I paid this scorpion $50 last night for
What happens in Vegas makes
for a little clamping. Obviously, he said he didn't know, and then it must have been under his covers. And now he's thinking about pressing charges and all that stuff. So, have you ever been woken up abruptly like that, or stayed in a room that you thought could have something like that in it?
I don't want to talk about this.
Oh my!
I don't need to out people.
Out people?
I'm just kidding.
Oh, this got deep.
Have I ever had something pinch me in the?
You ever been woken up abruptly in a surprising way, or been in a hotel room that you're like, something fishy in here?
I have been in a hotel room where I was like, something fishy happened in here. Not to go into too much detail, but it was in my younger days, and
oh yeah, baby.
and got to this hotel, and I immediately
picked up a lady of the night. Okay, here we go.
No, the other person was there with me, and and definitely I'm not gonna say like I saw needles or anything because I didn't, but like when you start seeing stains on the floor, um, the blankets aren't really hotel, you know, up to hotel standards. You know, you probably paid $30 for the
You've never been woken up abruptly?
Not that I can think of, not off the top of my head. No,
Yeah.
You ever
the hotel room was sus. That's for sure.
walked into a surprise with like a desert animal?
All the
Nope.
time.
Maybe like a snake in a computer drawer. You're
Well, I wasn't asleep.
Well,
I wasn't
no,
asleep. Yeah, no, you and your gang of hooligans. I don't know if it was just you and someone.
That
It was
one was
definitely
just me.
someone else. Oh, it was
that was
just
just
you?
me. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I remember that.
That was
And I didn't wake up. It was in the keyboard drawer. I
Yeah.
opened it up and there's a snake in there.
I remember that. You were like, hey, that's not funny. It's a fake snake. And then you saw its tongue. And you're like,
Oh, were you in his
Just
room?
bolted. No, I was across the hall.
Oh
I mean,
yeah.
all our rooms were right there.
I mean, I was obviously just sitting next to the wall waiting. Like
I bet you
just
were.
listening as close as possible.
I remember
It's
going
still
in
one
and
of the
seeing-
highlights of my whole life.
I still remember it.
That was hilarious.
Dean, any hotel or scorpion stories?
No, not
Ever
really.
woken up when you weren't expecting it?
Other than like a bad dream. That's man, I feel like that's pretty standard, right? People wake up from bad dreams all the time, but no, I mean, I don't really travel a whole lot, so I don't stay in many gross hotels or motels or um no, never.
Wow.
Never never once, I don't think.
I,
Unless I was like 14 and my friends did stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
You wake up with your pants at your ankles, boys?
Ugh.
No.
I remember staying. It was an election night, and so I was out till like 1 a.m, sober, which is sad, mostly. And I was over in Battle Creek because we just got done with the election party and stuff, and I stayed at America's Best Value, whatever that is. It was like at the time $45 or something. I'm like, I just need to be here for like 5 hours. I'm gonna get up and I gotta go back, like start working on post-election things. And so I pay for the night and dude, I get in the room and it was fine. I mean, I was just like, it seems okay, but like everything about the room made me feel itchy. There wasn't anything about like it was just the worst night of sleep I think I've ever got. Like I didn't even go under the covers. Like I slept in all my clothes and I just laid on top of the comforter that was on top of the bed. And I'm like, I feel like bugs are on me right now. This is not America's Best Value at the moment. I'll tell you that right now. It's funny because like, oh man, I don't know how long ago that was, but 10 years before that, not even when I was in high school, that hotel was called something else. And I was at a party there. And I can't get into too much about that, but I remember I went to Denny's with one of my friends at the right time because the cops had showed up to that hotel shortly after.
I have a story like that, but
but yeah, so no, I thought that was pretty interesting. Sometimes you get woken up abruptly, sometimes you don't. But speaking of being woken up abruptly, it's time to open your eyes for Dean's conspiracy theory of the week.
one's it kind of plays into the like the whole Taylor Swift thing I brought up on the first episode with Ice Spice with the Balenciaga and like doing like the devil symbols and like having the upside down cross. You know, I talked to you. I don't know if I actually said it on a recording or not, but that was something that happened, and like you can see the videos of like Ice Spice doing these like weird hand gestures, and she's wearing all Balenciaga, which if you put it into Google Translate, it comes up as ball is king, which was originally a word used for like master, owner, or lord, but in the ancient Semitic languages. But now it's referred to as like a false god or Beelzebub in like Islam and Christianity. So this one is a conspiracy that Balenciaga think that in their Paris store they're using a deceased person as a mannequin. If you look at like the pictures, like I mean, it's pretty like it's extremely realistic. Like it looks like the hair is growing out of the guy's head. Like the hands are like it looks like they like sculpted hands, like you know, like plaster or whatever to get like a mold of somebody's hands. Like it's pretty wild, like how much detail you'd put into hands on a mannequin that's wearing clothes on the chest and you know, like pants and stuff like that. It's pretty. I don't know, like that seems fishy already. Like, why would you put so much detail into the
Of
hand?
all
Like,
the mannequins in the world.
and but not just that though, but people are saying that they know the person that is the mannequin. His name is Christopher G, who disappeared in 2020, and he was also a model for Balenciaga. And he hasn't posted on his Instagram since 2020, but they say he went live on Instagram like a year ago or something like that, but nobody believes it was him and calls it like it was just like a look-alike type of thing. But
like a Weekend at Bernie's situation with the mannequin.
Yeah. Yeah. Like it's pretty wild.
Around. Hey, Chris.
If you look at like the picture of the mannequin, obviously he looks super realistic, and then you look at the picture of Christopher G or whatever. I mean, it looks like the same exact guy. Like it's not like it's like oh like come on like they look it looks like it's the guy. It's pretty wild. And Balenciaga has like I've heard different stories of them having ties. Like I said, like if you put it into Google Translate, it's like Beelzebub or false god. Like I'd heard different rumors about them being like Satanists or like Satan worshipers type of thing. And then with the whole Ice Spice thing, when she's wearing all Balenciaga clothes, purse, the upside down necklace or cross, and then doing the devil signs in the box with Taylor Swift. Pretty sketchy, I would say. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to believe it's just a clothing company, but at the same time,
incredibly rich and I don't know,
powerful,
influential.
Maybe?
Yeah.
Very influential. Yeah. And so, yeah, that is the conspiracy for this week, is that Balenciaga is using human mannequins to be their mannequins in their store in Paris, their main store.
And purport satanic things.
It's at least not. I mean, you haven't heard like because there's been a lot of like I know I get a lot of these videos that you guys probably don't, but but there's a lot of videos of people.
Yeah, stay off the hub, man.
Which one? But there's a lot of videos going around about Balenciaga and that whole scenario. So it's pretty freaking wild. It's a little creepy. You know what I mean?
Bit.
Yeah, dude, you might be the next mannequin. You keep talking about it.
For plus sized guys. I don't think Balenciaga makes plus sized clothes.
You'd be like, for real man size.
Let me get a size 38 Balenciaga jean.
Sir,
you got that in a
we don't make
3X
higher than a 28. I could squeeze into that.
That is the conspiracy of the week.
Yeah, no, I just looked it up, and that's why I was looking down, because that is creepy. That looks exactly like the dude.
And doesn't it not look like the hair like on the mannequin? It looks like it's like actually growing out of his head.
It looks like they froze him.
Yeah. It looks
That's
like
what it looks like.
froze him in time, and he's
Yeah.
just and it's creepy.
Yeah.
They put him in these weird poses too. Like not weird, like pretty classical mannequin stuff. But like thinking it's like a human, it's like super.
It's
You know what I mean?
that was super weird. Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah, I saw that and I had to say that one.
All right.
Dude, that's freaking me out.
I don't support this negative power, this negative energy.
So don't buy Balenciaga.
The Lord is my savior.
Go Gucci, baby.
Yeah. Where
Next
Falls
week is the
Creek?
Gucci conspiracy.
Yeah, we'll see. I'll look into it.
Where Falls Creek?
Yeah, let me give you.
Yeah,
the Falls
dude.
Creek
Just rock the
conspiracy.
creek, bro.
It's the Falls Creek conspiracy.
Yeah. I don't need no Balenciaga. Ooh.
Go fancy, go to Kohl's and get a Sonoma.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. Crazy stuff, man.
Pretty wild.
But not nearly as crazy as Williams Whittle Willie game presented by Vienna Sausages.
Ugh.
Bills Balls games.
Still sponsored by Vienna Sausage.
I mean, if they're looking,
Give me a can of
Yeah.
Wieners.
they're looking for a sponsor.
Oh,
Ugh.
Bills Balls games.
All right, boys.
Presented by Vienna Sausages.
We're back to Family Feud. Got new questions, new answers, speed round. So you guys are going to compete as always, and then you will be on the same team.
Dean is the feud.
You will. I don't think there's a lot of lag tonight. So if you guys want to go buzzer, you can do that, or we can go just take turns. I don't care.
I just rotate it.
All right. Dean is 2-0 in Family Feud. So, Dean. Oh, 2-0, and you guys are 0-2 in the speed round, right?
Yeah, we
Dude, yeah.
barely.
We came
2
like
weeks
a
ago,
couple
you
points
lost
out.
by 4 points. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
it's close.
okay. All right. Who wants to be first?
I'll
Dean.
go first.
Okay. First question. They surveyed
Burnt. Cheeseburger.
70, 80,
Sounds
around 80 something people. Other than feet, name something that runs.
car. Oh, you
Okay.
mean like physically?
No, you're good. That's the number 2 answer.
Oh, okay.
Water.
Ready?
Hmm.
That's the number 1 answer. There are 5 answers.
Left or in total?
No, 4 answers left. Sorry, there were 6 total.
I'll play it.
Okay.
I'm just counting on Dean not getting one so I can get these points. What runs? You said car, a motor.
1 straight.
The heat or cooling? Like a furnace type of deal?
I would.
A
Strike 2.
refrigerator.
That's the number 3 answer.
I was thinking of the old joke. I was gonna say.
Yeah, well, the answer's gone now. So
Yeah, I know.
a treadmill.
That's the 3rd strike. Dean,
Dean,
for
you
the
have
steal,
5
there's
seconds.
3. You have 3 answers left.
Something that
There's
Other than
3 answers
feet.
left.
Yeah. Other than feet, name something that runs.
And car, fridge, and water were the 3 that were named already.
Yep.
Something that runs. Diarrhea.
Dang, that's pretty good.
Runs down the leg, right? Good answer. Good answer.
That is wrong. Eddie, you get, let's see here. You get 71 points.
Oh yeah.
Just so you know, I gave you car.
The number 4 answer. Number 4 answer was nose.
That makes sense.
Number 5 answer was pantyhose. And number 6, clock. Okay. All right.
Pantyhose
round
and
2.
clock. It just wouldn't have crossed my mind.
Yeah, that wouldn't. Yeah. Nose makes sense.
Yeah.
Should have said that.
So,
I was in the realm.
Yeah, I got
fluids
to
and all
the
that,
body.
you know? Yeah, I got to the body.
all right. This has 6 answers, 91 people surveyed. Name something. Wait, who's going first? Eddie?
Yeah,
It's me.
Name
Yeah.
something you might see a commercial for during a baseball game.
Beer.
That is the number 6 answer.
Oh, dang, you're gonna get this one.
Let's say Cracker Jacks.
What?
That's
not
wrong.
on there.
Eddie, you want to play or pass?
I'll play it.
How was that not on there? Take me out of the ball game.
All right. I'll go
This is
Cars.
a commercial.
There's been commercials for Cracker Jack, hasn't there?
Number 1 answer, Ed.
I feel like I remember Cracker Jack commercials when I was a kid.
Maybe.
But not
fast food.
I'll accept it. That's restaurants.
Yeah.
We have
Like
the number 2 answer, number 3 answer, and number 5 answer left.
chips, snacks,
No.
movies.
Good answer, but no.
A commercial. Hot dogs.
Nope. 3rd strike. Dean.
Can you name the answers that were given already?
I know I've seen a hot dog commercial during a baseball game.
Name something you might see. Name something you might see a commercial for during a baseball game.
He knows the
Answers
question.
are car,
Yeah, I knew.
truck, restaurants, and beer.
Okay.
You have 10 seconds.
Folgers.
Coffee.
Best part of waking up, baby.
Coffee.
Yeah, coffee. Come on, Steve. Come on, Steve. Oh.
Oh yeah.
Number 2 answer was baseball equipment / jerseys.
I've never seen a commercial for baseball equipment. So.
Number 3 answer
Number
was baseball.
2.
Number 3 was commercials for baseball games or tickets.
I've seen more Cracker Jack commercials.
Okay,
And-
tickets.
The number 5 answer, medication.
Okay.
My medication.
So, Eddie, you got 13, 30,
That's right.
41
Add it
points. So,
Eddie
That's-
is the feud.
112 to nothing so far. Last round. 4 answers. Dean, you will not win this game. So, name something people do when they are bored.
Oh, it's on me. Read a book.
What's the number 3 answer? There's 4 answers.
One thing you don't do.
That was the number 3.
Yeah,
Name something.
pretty much.
people-
I was like, what
Yeah.
don't I do?
Name something people do when
TV,
they're
watch
bored.
TV.
Number 1 answer. You want to play or pass? There's 2 left.
I'll play.
Okay.
So there's watch TV, read a
Read a
book,
book.
play a board game.
1 strike.
Do we know when these people were surveyed?
No.
Like scroll through their phone.
No. Strike 2.
So I was kind of around it because you were thinking if to give it to me or not. Surf the internet.
Strike three. Dean, name something people do when they are bored and for the win.
Well, I know what I do multiple times when I'm bored. 30-second videos at a time.
Yikes.
I mean, I've already lost. Play video games.
That's the number 2 answer.
I was
That's what
gonna say,
thought,
dude. As soon as I have to finish my last answer, why didn't I say video games?
Yeah.
That is double the points. Dean wins 170 to 112.
It is what it is, man.
It's not double.
Actually, I think that it might be double points in regular. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Eddie won. Okay, Eddie. That means you get to go first or second in the speed round.
I'll go second. I feel like we got close last time.
Up to 200. It is possible. to get
I like
200.
Dean going first on that. I worry about him having to come up with a second answer.
That's a good
If he doesn't
call.
get it the first time.
It's a good call.
Under the
I don't
gun
have-
with the time
there ain't
limit.
there ain't a lot going on up here.
It's not that. I know you feel very strongly about your first answer.
I wish I could get in on the speed round sometime.
No.
No.
no, it's all right.
I wonder if that's how Steve Harvey feels. Like, man, I can play speed round.
Yeah, when
All right,
you-
take
yeah,
off your
yeah.
headphones.
Oh, I thought-
All right, 30 seconds, Dean.
Okay.
5 questions. Time will start once the first question is asked. Are you ready?
Yes.
Here we go. Name something you would ask the wizard for in the land of Oz.
Bravery. Or courage.
Okay.
Courage.
Okay. Name a soda that people like to drink.
Coke.
Name something people might only do once a week.
Workout.
Name something or name a food that you might lick.
Ice cream.
Name a reason to celebrate a party.
A birthday. All right. Was it bad?
All right. You said birthday. Okay. Going through real quick. First question. Name something that you would ask the wizard for in the land of Oz. You said courage. That is a 0.
What? That's one of the things. All right. I
It
thought
could be
that was.
it could be anything.
I
That's-
thought it was kind of going up playing off the story. Yeah.
Name a soda that people like to drink. You said Coca-Cola. That is the number 1 answer. Name something people might only do once a week. You said exercise. That's the number 3 answer. That's 21. So right now you're at 50, 60. Okay.
Okay.
Name a food that you might lick. You said ice cream. That is the number 1 answer. You're at 100. Name a reason to celebrate a party. You said birthday. That's a 0.
What?
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
celebrate.
I had to look
Did
at
Did I hear the question wrong? Is that
no.
what it was?
Name a reason to celebrate a party. I'm surprised as you are.
Huh.
I had to look it over 3 times.
But I still got over 100, huh?
You got 100. Exactly.
Okay. Leaving the
We'll
window.
bring Eddie back on here. He's throwing on the headphones right now.
Just trying to talk like with my lips
Hey.
not moving so much. So that way he couldn't read my lips. I know he's been staring at him.
I was hoping to try
I
and
can-
read your lips, but I
I
couldn't.
could see his wandering eyes. Scope it out. I was trying not to let you read my lips. Even
All
though
right.
it only helps us.
Eddie, you get 35 seconds. The questions Dean has answered. He has. Does Steve give him the number before he goes? Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Dean got 100.
Okay.
So you need 100 to win.
Shit. Oh, I mean, poops.
Sorry.
It's too late for that. All right. Clock will start once I finish the first question. Are you ready?
Ready.
All right. Name something you would ask the wizard for in the land of Oz.
A heart.
Name a soda that people like to drink.
Pepsi.
Name something people might only do once a week.
Exercise.
Eh.
Read.
Name a food that you might lick.
A food.
Yep.
Lollipop.
Name a reason to celebrate a party.
To celebrate a party.
Mhm.
Birthday.
Eh.
Wedding.
Okay.
I don't feel good about
I
those.
don't know. Maybe. It depends. We'll see.
Dude, that's not a reason to celebrate a party. A wedding. That's not like. I almost said quinceañera.
So
Do you know how many
essentially
Mexicans were surveyed?
another birthday, essentially.
Yeah, just a different kind of birthday.
Yeah, just a different kind of birthday.
A retirement party, going away
Okay.
party.
Here we go. Name something you would ask the wizard for in the land of Oz. You said a new heart. That was the number 2 answer. Money was the number 1 answer. Dean answered with courage, 0.
Oh,
Yeah,
what?
I was playing off the story.
Well, that's what I
Name-
did.
Name soda that people like to drink. You said Pepsi. That was
Dean
the
had
number
to have
3
said
answer. Dean did answer.
That's why I went
Number
Pepsi.
1 answer was Coke. Diet Coke was the number 2 answer.
Yeah. Diet Coke.
Yep.
Really? That's your jam too, isn't it?
So Dean had
Diet
39
Pepsi.
there. Eddie, you had 14. Name something people might only do once a week. Dean, or you said read. That was not on there.
No.
That was a 0. Dean said exercise. That was 21. Number 1 answer was laundry. Or second answer, grocery shop. All right. Name a food that you might lick. You said lollipop. That is the number 2 answer. Dean, that was worth 25. Dean had the number 1 answer with ice cream, which was 40. And name a reason to celebrate a party. Eddie, you said wedding. That's the number 2 answer. Graduation was the number 1 answer. Dean said birthday. It was 0.
Yeah, can you believe that?
How is that possible?
I looked at asked Dean, I looked
great
it over like 3 times. I was like, I couldn't figure that out.
Well, I think of the first answer, and then I go to my next one because I'm like, the first one is probably the one Dean said, but I said birthday because I'm like, I needed to stall because I couldn't think.
Mhm.
So I was like,
quinceañera.
yeah, I almost said quince.
So that was, I think you got 82. It wasn't enough. 182. Boom, 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 boom. So maybe we'll see about Family Feud next week. I'm trying to get this game ordered so that we can play it. But if not, Family Feud again next week. Bill's Balls game sponsored by Vienna Sausage.
Yeah. Nice work tonight, fellas. Loved it. That'll do it for this edition of Wake Up with the Sleeper Boys podcast. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Here we go.